There were so many smackdowns, royal rumbles, and feisty political encounters going on in Washington, D.C. today that it's hard for me to decide which ones to show you. But I do know the best one came from a child who literally got in Donald Trump's face to issue a stern warning. Stay tuned and I'll show you that, plus I'll have a breakdown of all the Capitol Hill confrontations for you next. There is so much content that I want to share with you today, so I'll put it in a countdown format leading up to the video of the child versus Trump. So without further ado, coming in at number 5 is the White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt versus CNN's Kaitlan Collins. Watch as Leavitt also assaults logic as she explains the petty reason why the Associated Press was barred from the Oval Office.
But isn't it retaliatory in nature is the argument, because there's a reason that the AP was barred, which they said was because they're not using the phrase Gulf of America, they're using Gulf of Mexico in line with their standards. And so the question here is this setting a precedent that this White House will retaliate against reporters who don't use the language that you guys believe reporters should use? And how does that align with the First Amendment commitment that you were just talking about?
I was very upfront in my briefing on day one that if we feel that there are lies being pushed by outlets in this room, we are going to hold those lies accountable. And it is a fact that the body of water off the coast of Louisiana is called the Gulf of America. And I'm not sure why news outlets don't want to call it that, but that is what it is.
Coming in at number 4 is Justin Trudeau versus Donald Trump. Have a listen as he has to address Trump's threat of annexation for what must be the 99th time. But what's different about this one is the polite Canadian cadence is gone.
I've said unequivocally from the beginning, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that Canada will ever be the 51st state.
As we continue our ascent to number 1, that video of the child versus the man-child. Coming in at number 3 is Congressman Robert Garcia of California versus Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Garcia invokes the phrase dick pic while landing a blow to one of Trump's other cronies, resulting in a twofer. Have a look at the 1-2 punch.
Now, I find it ironic, of course, that our chairwoman, Congresswoman Greene, is in charge of running this committee. Now, in the last Congress, Chairwoman Greene literally showed a dick pic in our oversight congressional hearing, so I thought I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk. He's also the world's richest man. He was the biggest political donor in the last election. He has billions of dollars in conflicts of interest, and we know that he is leading a power grab, also abided by and encouraged by Donald Trump and, of course, the chairwoman, Congresswoman Greene.
And coming in at number 2 is Don't Mess with Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett taking her shot at the number 1 punching bag, Elon Musk. Have a listen as she takes his flagrant conflict of interest behind the woodshed and gives it an old-fashioned whooping.
Now, while he was boosting those lies about U.S. aid, and he was stopping money going for, say, things such as Head Start, somehow the only money that didn't stop was the money to him and his organization. Now, I don't know how you can have him be the watchdog as well as the guy that is literally living off of the government. If we want to talk about government welfare, it looks like Elon Musk, because it's my understanding that just on yesterday, a new contract was approved for approximately $300 million for Elon Musk.
And now for the number 1 Capitol Hill confrontation of the day. Can I get a drum roll, please? Thank you. This one actually happened yesterday, but there was so much going on in the Trump-Musk Oval Office press event that it did not surface until today. Because Elon Musk is a weirdo, his 4-year-old son, who is named X, attended the executive office event. And while his father was busy spinning mayhem and misinformation, small X wandered over to Trump's desk and gave the commander-in-chief of chaos a piece of his mind.
Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're
That was a quick jab, so in case you missed it, here it is again.
Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're
Finally, America has a voice of reason in the Oval Office. Thank you, little X, for saying that thing that all of us want to say to Donald Trump's face, and may you grow up to be a man blessed with the wisdom, integrity, and empathy that elude your father and that mean-faced man behind the desk. Today I collected more confrontation videos than I could show you, but I will leave you with a bonus clip. This one doesn't show a winner. In fact, it represents a lose-lose scenario. Watch as Trump voters confront their regret after just 3 weeks.
2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.